Shalom, is the relationship between the beginning of your story, which is about the genocide of the Armenians, and in fact your own family was
Yes.
unfortunately involved in that, and the later Holocaust, because didn't Hitler supposed to have said, or the Nazis supposed to have said, when asked about the Armenian genocide, who will remember? What is the exact
Yes,
phrase?
it is very interesting, and it just caught my attention because I was raised to be knowing that I'm Armenian and about my roots before being grateful to Lebanon, because if we're not proud of our roots, we cannot give
Yes,
better
exactly.
to others. So I think that that part where it talks, it's Hitler. He had a problem because a lot of people at the time, they were just against the war. So the way that we understand, not Jewish people, and we learned and we heard, is that when most of the people, the Nazis and the soldiers, they were just wondering if there is any possibility that they will just be punished afterwards about what is going on or what would happen. He just said that it's okay. Nobody will remember
That's it. Who will
the
remember?
Holocaust because nobody remembered the first genocide, 1915, World War I of the Armenian. Nobody mentions them. And I think it was like a mental harm done to these people. And also it was a very, very, very scary thing because both tragedies, the Holocaust, the Jewish Holocaust and the Armenian genocide, both of them, they were just prepared to be done. It wasn't like something related to the war. They just made an excuse the war to do that.
Exactly, yeah. But I do want to talk about your book, which is only incidentally about that and is more about the character that is loosely based on you, but also mixed into other people's lives. The
Yes.
book is called Masks, and the protagonist is called Anna with one A,
Anna.
and her name
Anna.
is...
It means I am in Arabic,
am.
because I was going to name her Yes in Armenian, which is I am, but it will be just yes, yes, yes. So
Oh, yeah.
I just
Yeah, I'm happier with that.
I had to go either with yes or I am, though I speak and write and read Turkish also, but I would never go and write or say anything in Turkish because
for obvious reasons.
for very obvious reasons, because of the Ottoman Empire. So that's why I went with Anna, because Anna, she is the protagonist in my story, and she goes through a lot of stuff. Because I think that people like Jews and Armenians, we just are raised in countries where we do not choose to be there, but
right.
the pain and the things that happen, they play with our destiny. So it was very hard for Anna in Lebanon to become famous because she wasn't very okay speaking Arabic, but she made her way up. But through doing this, I mean, she went through a lot of stuff and she had to give up a lot of things related to her values. And that's why I based this upon my own character, because I think that if we as people are ready to correct and change the world and start to impress others, first of all, we have to start by criticizing ourselves, and we have to see who we are in the mirror. So that's why I say my past does not define me, but I defy my past, and I say thank you for my past, for making me who am I today. Who am I today? I'm just a Canadian author, a motivational speaker, and a Toastmaster. But I think that I'm doing so much better because I have someone who loves me. I have people like you in the media who believes in me, and I think that things are turning well. And it is for every woman out there to know that in every situation, wherever you come from, however you lose your roots and you think that you cannot belong anywhere, you can just do it your own way, because as long as you are resilient, strong, and you have the persistence to rise, you will do it. But what matters is how much you are willing to give in order to reach the top. That's the question itself. That's where the question comes in, and the story just makes Anna who she is, and the rest I'm not gonna talk about everything, otherwise nobody's gonna read the book.
Yeah. Sharon, you want to lead off with something?
Yes, Anna clearly through her experiences, was very hurt within. And I think you are very wise, because the truth is, to have peace in the world, we really do have to start with having peace within ourselves. So the fact that Anna went through so much, I am curious about her path to healing.
A very, very beautiful question. I'm not saying very interesting question. It is a beautiful question because the question itself has philosophy in it. And it is very important because Anna found redemption when she found love. And it's very funny that for a lot of people around us, when we think about love, it's like, this person loves me. I'm not in love. Who cares about love? Love does not exist anymore. I do not agree there. When I found someone who loved me and embraced me with all my faults, however I am, and after I confessed and I said, I really love you, but I mean, I'm not a perfect person. I've done a lot of mistakes in my life, and I've been punished for some. For some, I punished myself, but I was a survivor, just like my grandparents from the genocide, between brackets. But Anna found redemption when she found really somebody who accepted her for who she is and how she is, without makeup, without being famous, without having power and money. She loved her for her soul, who is my husband now, and his name is Nidal. And I don't know why I become very emotional when I talk about him, because I owe him a lot, because he's my inspiration. And Nidal is the love of my life. And he taught me that no matter where you come from, no matter what you do, you always deserve chances in life. And though he's not Armenian like me, he's Lebanese Catholic. He embraced me being Armenian, understanding the pain of my own people, and embracing even the things that I go through. I mean, for example, when he sees me that I'm sad, he just puts pictures of Armenia on television, our anthem of Armenia. And it means that this person is loving and understanding me as I am, with all the things that I have missed in my life. And that's what happened to Anna too. And I think to have peace, you have to love yourself. And in order to love ourselves, we have to know that there are people out there who are able to love us the way we are. That's why I called my book Masks, because if we live with a mask, maybe a lot of people will love us, but not for really who we are. And I chose to remove my mask, to criticize myself, to overcome my own demons, and to say, I am a person who made mistakes. I am who I am. Women should learn to be strong. We are not victims, we are strong. And there are a lot of good men out there. Chivalry is not dead. And we just have to give them a chance and embrace each other wherever we are, in the West, in the East. Because before being women, before coming from any origin, from any religion, we are all humans. And we have to live with our conscience.
Around the time that you wrote the book, or perhaps a little bit before that, we began to hear on the media the phrase "Me Too." And I think that you have some very interesting parallels and connections. I don't know how much you want to talk about that.
It's very funny, because when I was writing my book, I was writing out of pain, because I had pain. I had nothing else to do. I was stuck in a basement and I had nothing else. So I was just keep on writing. And I didn't know that there was a movement related to Me Too. I was just writing my pain and putting everything down on paper about my own experience. And then I sent to my editor, David Antrobus, and he called me. He said, "Oh my God, you write about female celebrities in the Arab world, in Lebanon, what's going on, and what you or others have been through? I mean, in some way fiction, but most of it's based on true life events, based on my life." I said, "So?" He said, "It's based on Me Too movement." I said, "Wow, and what's that?" He said, "It's something they're talking about in America. Everybody knows." I said, "Oh my God." And honestly, I didn't even know about that, because I was so scared to write, because for me to write was to cry. And every time I had to bring up a sentence. I had to the reminiscence of this things in my head that I went through or I had seen and experienced in my life was so painful that I think that we should not have me too. We should have we too, all of us too, and peace too. Because there should not be only a movement for women. There should be a
Very
movement for
interesting.
humanity.
Let me move to a somewhat happier subject. I hope it's happier.
No, it's okay. I'm good.
because
I
I
got
want-
5 cups of coffee in the morning. So
Okay, because I wanted to talk about your, you obviously, when you got to Lebanon and you grew up and you went into this field, what we're doing here, you were on our side of the mic as often as you were on the side of the mic you are today. Tell us a little bit about your career in media in Lebanon.
Well, the media is very different from here. The thing is that most of the time when we speak over there, we are very scared because we have to think how we express ourselves. Even our lives could be threatened sometimes because for them it's not constructive, the media. They all have to be praised, and they think that some people who are there, either politicians or celebrities, they think that when you are in media, you just have to praise them all the time, and because they have the power and the money, they can control you. And so myself, I was threatened once from a country, I'm not gonna name the country, because I was just talking against a singer. And I'm saying that whatever this person did as a singer on stage was not okay. So I started they started making fun of me, my look, and doing like caricature, you say, like very funny pictures online, and then started sending emails to the television station. And next time I talked about another one, my car mirrors were all broken and everything. But there's a good side too, because fans are amazing people. I mean, they are there, but it's different because for us, it's not the questions that we ask. For me here, I just go to interviews. I've been on interviews in the United States on the radio directly from here, Washington, New York, and I want to say hello. I hope I don't forget anybody. Mary Jane Pops, Caro, and Kate Daniels, and award-winning show.
When you were interviewed on?
I forgot.
Doesn't matter.
Okay,
Go
doesn't matter.
ahead.
Okay, so all of them, they were so nice with me, and I just felt like, I was playing character in Mary Poppins, because the way that, I swear to God, it's beautiful, but I think sometimes this is what makes different, because when you just go through war, or the mentality they raise you, they just let you attack the guest and put the guest in the corner, so they will have very interesting answers.
Oh, we
So-
don't do that here.
It doesn't matter. I'm used to it, so go ahead. You can do that. I have no weapons. The thing is that because for the audience, it's very important to listen to answers, which is embarrassing and truth. And I think in a way, we neither have to be like there 100%. This is my personal opinion, very humble opinion. I forgive all the audience. I hope it's not an offense
In
to
advance.
anybody. Yes. I think that we should not be like there 100%, neither like here 100%. There should be a balance, because the media has to be constructive, and it's okay sometimes to criticize and to talk not in a very harsh way, as long as there is respect in the conversation. But there has to be some subjects brought up, even if they are sentimental, even if the guest cries, and I'm not wearing waterproof mascara today, but it's okay, go ahead. But it is important, because the story is just, we're not reading like fairy tale Cinderella stories, right? So we have to bring up things.
Would your book be available in Lebanon at all?
They can, my book in the Arab world, they can just order it online if
But
they
it's in
can.
English, or it
It's in English.
hasn't been translated.
No, it's not been translated. It's in English, because I wrote the book because I want all women in the West, in Canada, in the States, Australia, Europe, to embrace us and to see how much we have more in common than differences. And I hope they will translate it, but I don't know how much they are ready to read about their own pain. It's just like somebody saying, okay, take this book and read about your genocide, Armenian genocide, or they tell you, talk about the Holocaust and watch the movie. I mean, it's painful, you watch or do, but you already know the pain, so just as if you're just reliving the pain. So I don't know if they're ready to do that, but
Your book has received a very good attention in North America, though. I read that you had 5-star reviews
Yes.
from a number of places, and
he has done his homework very well instead.
which,
The worst, you're.
but I guess on the subject of going back for a moment to Lebanon, in the Middle East, if I'm told, and please correct me if I'm wrong, a man can divorce a woman, they say, by saying 3 times, I divorce you, I divorce you, I divorce you. Is that still true? And if it's true, can women dare to have a divorce and ask for one?
Well, to come back to the subject that they say men to a woman 3 times, they say you are divorced, you are divorced, you are divorced.
Oh.
That's in the Muslim community,
Oh, okay.
religion, not the Christian.
Christian,
So
okay.
in Christian, if they stay for 1 year saying every single day for 100 times, there will be no divorce. It's very hard to get a divorce, even when, especially when you're Catholic. I mean, you go through a lot of, you have to go to trials, you have to have a lawyer, and it takes a very long procedure. That's why when I had to divorce my husband to be with the one I love, because I was betraying my husband with the one that I am with now. So see, no masks here. So I had to go through a lot, and I became a Syrian. And you just, it's one sect. It is one of the sects also that they were just in the genocide. They were they tried to vanish them, the Turks, the Ottoman Empire. So I became Assyrian, my ex-husband and I had
That's
to.
Assyrian,
Yeah,
A-S-S-Y-R-I-N.
Assyrian.
Not Syrian.
No,
Okay.
Assyrian,
Good.
because it's like the Copt Assyrian. It's like they are a sect, like Catholics.
So it's a religious sect.
Yeah, it's a Christian religious sect.
Okay.
And I had to convert my ex-husband and I in order to get a fast divorce.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
So
are lucky to
I
be
guess
able-
masks has many meanings as a title.
what do you think
we-
is the meaning of the masks? When this is the
Well-
second time you see me, and it seems that you have more researches about me and my 5 stars.
I'm
More- so-
trying to do my job.
No, it's. I think that you're doing amazing job, you and your wonderful wife Sharon, and it was nice having her today with
Well, I want
this
her
positive
to
vibes.
also participate and ask you some tough questions too.
Okay.
So I'll leave off my
So-
question for the moment about what masks.
Do you want me to remind you the mask? What does it mean to you? And then she goes to her question.
Okay, sure, might as well,
Go
since
ahead.
I
Why do
already
you?
asked it.
Why do you think? Why do you
Well,
think?
the mask would be your cover. I guess a woman or anybody, but in your case, has to cover up with a mask, and it's on the cover of your book. Very lovely photograph of the mask. I don't know if that's you or not.
It's not me, but
I know. I didn't think it was you.
I did. Yeah, because she's more beautiful than I am. I know.
No, that's not true. But I think a mask is covering up things that are painful with other things that you get by with fame, with a nice home, with a nice car, all the trappings of success, and you can still, and those are masks too. Am I on the right track, sort of?
You are on the right track, Stan. Yes, you are. For me, I said that I realized that I was one of the people that I realized later on that I was wearing mask my whole life. But unfortunately, in Middle East, they wear masks because they are urged to wear masks, and we have to hide our true selves. And that's why I just call my book Masks, because I think that it's time to remove our masks, be ourselves. And if we are ourselves, it's a little bit risky. We will find a few good people who will love us, but they will really know us and love us for who we are.
Okay. So my version of love is unconditional love and unconditional acceptance. And as you said before, if we have peace in the world, it will be because each of us inside ourselves realize that we are human. When unconditional love, when I say that, this has nothing to do with ego. And this is why you love your husband. He loves you unconditionally. He accepts you unconditionally. He just loves you. Thank you for being in my life, says he. And that is the kind of love we have to have for ourselves. And it is very hard to remove the masks because we hide from ourselves. So anybody who is courageous, like you are, is able really, really, really to open the doors. God
Thank you
bless
very much. God bless you. I was going
Yeah,
to say bless you, and I'm just trying to tell my friend to take from this side also to have all of us. Thank you, Rania. So these are very important words because I think that if we all know how to love and we start loving ourselves, and that's the secret, as you say, Sharon, that's true, because we will have peace and we will have no more war, because it's not only love between a man and a woman. And that's what I found in my husband, because he doesn't only love me, he loves everybody unconditionally. He expects nothing. So I think that some people are born and they know how to love, and others are born, they don't even know the true meaning of this word itself. And because they think that I love you. No, you love me, but as you said, if it's unconditional, it's love. If it's not, then it's not love at all. Unfortunately, I see rarely people these days that they love each other, they embrace each other, and they try to find so many excuses for their differences in every single thing related financially, what kind of cars they drive, who they are, their education, even religion, even nations, even races. That's why I think love is being vanished, and from one generation to another, it's just fading away. And I don't know. I mean, I just don't see a bright future for the generations to come. I hope I will not live that long.
I think that every generation that is born comes with more knowledge, and we as adults learn from them, and there will be love in the world, and love will ultimately, once we learn to love ourselves like you do, then we are going to be a world at peace. We have to go through our distress, each of us individually, and sometimes the distress opens up into society, then it becomes bigger, and that causes a war, but it really is our own distress. So if we can forgive ourselves and be our own best friends, then we can forgive and love everybody else. And I think that your book is your self-examination of all the issues, and it takes extraordinary courage to face that. So God bless you. You really have done an extraordinary job, not only in your writing, but in teaching others through your writing.
I don't know if I'm teaching, but
You are.
I'm trying to
Trust
help
me.
and inspire them, because as you said, we learn from people who are younger than us, and they have the knowledge, but unfortunately it's very scary when you look out there and they are so distracted by so many things in life that if they don't leave the pain and if they don't leave the hatred as I've lived, because I was very arrogant and I hated a lot of people. I had a lot of things.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and I was very egocentric. I was jealous all the time. I like no one. Like, who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? I have my job. Right? I was like this. I went.
And you're so shy now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm still self-confident because I think that.
There's a difference
Yes,
between
exactly. Yeah.
self-confidence
And I confess,
yeah.
I think that then I was weak. That's why, because when you are in pain and you're angry, then you become like very aggressive. I don't know if Stan agrees with me, but now I think that I'm still not an angel from the sky. Of course, I'm not an angel at all, but at least I know and that I learn. And I think that a lot of people should go through pain or experience in order to have rebirth of the soul.
Yeah.
But it's better just to get advice from others who already been there and just to learn from them. Why not? It's given for free.
Hey, believe it, we've only got 3 minutes left. You did such a wonderful job of getting points across. I have to get certain things into this interview. There is another book, now that this one's doing well.
Yes.
Are you going to call it Son of Masks? I don't think so.
I don't know.
Daughter of Masks.
Another book is I'm writing my second book, and my book I signed an exclusive ACX deal with ACX Amazon with
nice.
yes, and they got the book from me as an audiobook, and it's coming out with one of the most well-known narrators and the producers in Omaha, United States, and the Coronet. And my best regards to her, and thank you very much, Amazon, for taking my book as an
Very
audiobook.
good.
I hope soon they will get it as a TV series. And as a motivational speaker, my vocation is now to visit women everywhere, even if it's in jails, and to share my experience and tell them that we are strong. We have to be strong. We can cry, but don't give up, because if people like us who survived Holocaust and genocide, and we're still living and we are here today, anybody can do anything in life.
Now, we're broadcasting this program on the same day as you have a launch, and I want to make sure that people who listen can learn a little bit about the launch. And it's taking place in the city of Laval, which is
Yes,
your
it is
part of
taking
the world.
place in Laval, and it's taking place in Curie-Labelle, Deep Center, Galerie Deep, and
Do you have a street number for that?
yes, of course I do. And it's not this is my first book launch, and I'm doing a deep design, 1215 Curie-Labelle.
12:15, good.
Curie-Labelle Boulevard. I'm trying to do it in French more. Laval, H7V, 2V8. And I would like to thank everybody who is just helping me, like Mr. Rolandic and George Deeb, the owner of the gallery, and my friend Rita Francis, and Gabi Atalla, and Camille Maksoud, my photographer, and my husband, my lovely husband, and all my friends. But the thing is that this is for me, it's like they're just putting red carpet. I said, red carpet for me? Are you kidding me? But they said, because my book is a finalist, so they are doing the community, and
very
everybody is chipping in to help me.
It's a finalist for what?
My book, it is a finalist among the 11 finalists in the world, among 10,600 books in the multicultural genre for Indie Forward Awards
Oh, nice.
in March.
Indie
Yes,
Forward.
yes,
Now-
and
Thank
it's
you.
on the book.
For those people who are listening on Tuesday afternoon, it's just a couple of hours down the road, and they can come there at 7:30. Was it?
It will be 7 and 9
Between 7 and
p.m.
9.
Usually people who I know, I'm inviting people I know and people like I met, like
Very
Stan,
interesting,
and we just, I'm just saying that we are going to do a bigger event very soon
Okay.
for everybody. But this event, it's like only for a little bit the media and
So it's
people
not for the
to
public
read.
necessarily?
It's not public. It's not for
Okay,
the
so
public.
for people who listen to it on Saturday night, sorry you missed
it's
it.
Tuesday.
So, okay, but there's a Tuesday and there's a Saturday later. Well, we're out of time, and we've gotten our notice from our producer, Andre Jolie. It looks like a cutting sound. Thanks so much, Natalie Rostokian, for being here and talking about masks. And I look forward to your second book, and you'll be sitting here and talking about that. I hope so, too. Thanks very much, Sharon.
Thank you very much, Natalie. God bless you. You are doing an extraordinary job. You've lived a hard life, and you're sharing it, and in sharing it, you are going to make it easier for other people.
À la prochaine. Thanks to Andre, and we'll be back.
Okay.